Right now, in this moment, you are absolutely certain you are thinking clearly. You are sure your opinions are based on facts. You are confident your logic is sound. You believe you would spot a lie if one walked up and introduced itself. You are wrong about all of it. And neuroscience has been quietly proving this for decades. Not wrong sometimes. Not wrong under pressure. Wrong in ways that are permanent, invisible, and built directly into the architecture of your brain before you were old enough to read. Here is what no one tells you. Your brain was never designed to think straight. It was designed to keep you alive. Those are two completely different jobs. And the gap between them is where every bad decision, every false belief, and every argument you have ever lost actually lives. Start with the basics. Your brain processes roughly 11 million bits of information every single second. 11 million. Your conscious mind can handle about 40. That gap, 11 million down to 40, means your brain is making millions of silent decisions about what you even get to notice before your awareness ever kicks in. Psychologist Timothy Wilson at the University of Virginia spent years mapping this gap. What he found was stark. The vast majority of your mental life happens completely outside your awareness, and your conscious mind only ever sees the edited highlights. So when you think you are reasoning through a problem, you are mostly watching a replay of a decision your brain already made. Now add the next layer. Your brain runs on prediction, not perception. Neuroscientist Carl Friston at University College London developed what is now called the predictive processing framework. The idea that your brain is not a camera, passively recording the world. It is a prediction machine constantly generating a model of what it expects to see, hear, and feel, and then comparing incoming data against that model. When reality matches the prediction, your brain barely registers it. When reality violates the prediction, you get a jolt of attention. This sounds efficient. It is. It is also why you see faces in clouds, why you hear your name in a crowded room, and why once you believe something, your brain starts filtering the world to confirm it. That last part has a name: confirmation bias. And it is not a quirk, it is not a flaw, it is what your prediction engine does by default. In 1960, psychologist Peter Wason designed what became one of the most replicated experiments in cognitive science. He gave participants a sequence of 3 numbers, 2, 4, 6, and told them the sequence followed a rule. Their job was to discover the rule by proposing their own 3-number sets. Wason would tell them whether their set fit the rule or not. Almost every participant immediately formed a hypothesis, usually something like even numbers or numbers increasing by 2, and then spent the entire experiment trying to confirm it. They proposed sets that matched their hypothesis, again and again. Even when told the rule was simply any ascending numbers, most participants resisted. They had not been testing their idea. They had been defending it. That is your brain at work, not searching for truth, searching for confirmation that it was already right. Go deeper. Your brain also cannot think straight because it is constantly being hijacked by something called the availability heuristic. Psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky identified this in the 1970s, and it is still one of the most powerful distortions in the human mind. The availability heuristic works like this. Your brain judges the probability of something happening based not on actual statistics, but on how easily an example comes to mind. Plane crashes are rare. Car crashes kill vastly more people per mile traveled. But plane crashes appear in the news, in films, in your memory, which means your brain treats them as more probable than they are. Your fear is not tracking reality. It is tracking your memory. Multiply this across every domain of your life, every risk you assess, every candidate you evaluate, every product you choose. You are not running the numbers. You are asking your memory what comes to mind fastest and treating that feeling like a fact. Then there is the framing effect. In 1981, Kahneman and Tversky presented participants with a scenario. A disease is expected to kill 600 people. Two programs are available. Program A will definitely save 200 lives. Program B has a 1 in 3 chance of saving all 600 and a 2 in 3 chance of saving no one. Most people chose Program A. Then they rephrased it. Program A will definitely result in 400 deaths. Program B has a 1 in 3 chance that no one will die and a 2 in 3 chance that all 600 will die. Most people switched to Program B. The math is identical. The outcomes are numerically the same, but the words save versus die rewired what felt rational. Your brain is not doing arithmetic. It is doing language, and language controls everything downstream. Now layer in one more piece that almost nobody talks about. Your brain is running two systems simultaneously, and one of them is loud, fast, and almost always wrong. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman formalized this as System 1 and System 2 in his work, Thinking, Fast and Slow. System 1 is automatic, emotional, instant. It answers questions before you know you are asking them. System 2 is slow, effortful, logical. It can override System 1, but it requires energy, it tires easily, and it is almost never running at full power. Here is what that means in practice. Every time you are tired, hungry, stressed, rushed, or emotionally activated, your System 2 degrades. Your brain hands more and more control to System 1, the part that feels certain, the part that pattern matches without checking, the part that has already decided before the evidence arrives. Think about the last time you had an argument. Think about the last time you read a headline and felt a surge of anger or agreement before you reached the end of the sentence. Think about the last time you were convinced you remembered something clearly and then found out you were wrong. That was System 1 telling System 2 to sit down. And here is the part that should genuinely disturb you. Knowing about these biases does not protect you from them. Researcher Carrie Morewedge at Boston University ran studies where participants were educated in detail about cognitive biases, shown evidence, given examples, walked through the mechanisms. Their bias levels afterward? Essentially unchanged. Awareness alone does not rewire the system. The system runs whether you are watching it or not. This is why experts fall for confirmation bias. Why scientists cherry-pick data. Why intelligent people hold beliefs that no amount of evidence seems to shake. It is not a failure of intelligence. Intelligence, it turns out, is just as good at constructing elaborate justifications for a wrong belief as it is at finding truth. Psychologist Jonathan Haidt at New York University described this as motivated reasoning, using your intelligence not to reach correct conclusions, but to defend the conclusions you started with. Your brain is not a logic machine. It is a survival machine that learned to fake logic. So what is actually happening inside your skull right now as you process this? Your prediction engine has already decided whether you believe any of this. Your System 1 ran ahead and checked whether it fits with your self-image. Whether you think of yourself as rational, open-minded, above average. If it does, you feel insight. If it does not, you feel resistance. Either way, that feeling came first. The reasoning came after. You are not thinking about these ideas. You are feeling them and calling the feeling a thought. And the deepest irony is this: the smarter you are, the better you are at building a convincing story around whatever your brain already decided. You started this with the absolute certainty that you were thinking clearly. Now you know exactly why that certainty was the first sign you were not.